I got a comment from a viewer, and she's troubled because she feels like she can't fit in, nobody likes her, and she feels lonely. And honestly, all of us, every one of us has felt like that at one time or another. I remember moving to a new city and feeling exactly like that. So I don't think you're really not normal if you don't feel like that at some time in your life. Of course, not all the time. But there's going to be times where you don't have that many friends, or you don't feel like you have any, or no one who really understands you. I was at a party the other day, and there were a bunch of people who were pretty successful, and they were talking about how they'd made it, and we all came to the conclusion that the people who are really good at networking and who are social butterflies, who who look like, wow, they've really got it. And they walk into a room and they own it. And you know what? They're just better actors than everybody else. That's all. That really is it. So it's not like you're born with this. It really isn't. And I have seen the shyest, most introverted people become really, really social. I mean, to the point where they're selling. And that's really tough if you're shy, but they've done it. So I don't want you to feel like, okay, I'm trapped in this lonely world and I'm never going to meet anybody. That's not the way it is, not at all. And you've probably heard this before, but it's true. It's not that people don't like you, it's you're not meeting the right people. You really aren't. There are so many shallow, shallow people out there, and all they care about is what can you do for them? And here you are, this positive, genuine person, and they look at you and they know you're not going to fall for that. And you're not going to become this yes person and do whatever they want and just answer to them. And and the viewer did say she was tired of just telling people what they wanted to hear. And that's why she doesn't have friends. Well, you know what? You keep doing that. You go, girl. You keep being your genuine self. Because honestly, to have no friends is better to have all these fake friends. And when I say no friends, you're going to have friends. I know you have acquaintances. You just have to hone them. You really do. Get to know them. And when I say don't become a yes person, that doesn't mean that you don't want to get to know someone. Really ask questions, find out about them, really be interested in them. And then they, in turn, are interested in what makes you tick. And that's a real friendship. And if you have one or two people your entire life like that, you're doing great. Follow your goals. Really, really find your passion, follow your goals, and you're going to meet people along the way. Whatever it is that interests you, whatever your career ambitions are, whether you're work or school, it doesn't matter. You find what you love to do. And that's the hardest thing in life, I think, to find what you really, really love to do, but do it. And then you'll meet people that way. And maybe it's not in your schoolwork or your work or whatever. Maybe it's you have a passion for running or needlepoint. I don't know. But find other people who love to do that. And that's how you make your friends, really. So it's going to be like you're following your passion, you're doing something you really, really love. And all of a sudden you find these other people that like it too. So you're not out there looking for friends, you're just doing what you love to do, and they just come. And I know that's hard for you to grasp right now, but it really does happen. And don't give up. Don't give up and don't change the way you are. Be your genuine self. People will gravitate towards you, the right people. So continue to be picky. But by the same token, you got to show interest in other people. You really do. You have to listen. That's the biggest mistake people make. They don't listen. And when you don't listen, you don't find out about anyone. So you don't have anything to talk about. When you really, really listen and you ask questions, and then you internalize it. Okay, they talked about whatever it was, their favorite movie, I don't know, whatever they just saw. Then you have something to talk about the next time and the next time. And that's how you develop deep friendships. It takes time. And yeah, there's awkward conversations. You're like, oh, now what do I say? But with any relationship, the more comfortable you feel around someone, the easier it gets. And before you know it, you got this great friend and you didn't even realize it. So don't give up. You will find friends. I promise you. And things change fast. A month from now, it's going to be completely different.